Dear students, okay, why we people have to go for the state diagram? Okay, observe this diagram. Based on this diagram, you will revert back to that state diagram. Okay, these are the things. Hello. Here the things you have to go for: checking, cooking, alarm, done, waiting, and displays. So this the square box is not visible to you people. Only disabled and waiting part is observed by you people. So what is going to happen when you people are going to put a cake for baking, and next you are going to say that for 10 seconds or 20 seconds, okay, the cooking time is over, it is going to get, once it is done, it is going to check that it is baked correctly or not with 100 Fahrenheit for 10 seconds. When it is done, it is going to give the alarm. Once the alarm is done, it is going to be disabled. So why we have to study the state diagram or activity diagram? To achieve or to develop any software project, okay, we have to go for the step by step. One was a waterfall model, one was a spiral model, one was the, what was the another model?
Entering pump model.
Okay, so these models have to be followed, and in the each model we have to go for the state activity diagram, because once we get to know that activity diagram, we can assume that if it is a yes, what you have to do, if it is a not, what not to do. It's like a algorithm, okay, and based upon that it is easy to develop the software. Fine. So these are the states and description of the our microwave oven or anything. In this it is going to explain what exactly the waiting, what exactly the half power, what is the full power, what the time, able, disable, operation. So these things you can understand by reading itself, because you already in the third sem, that to engineering. Fine. Next comes the same thing again, the stimulus and description: half power, full power. The user has pressed the half power button, the user has pressed the full power button. With respect to this action, okay, with respect to this action, these things is going to be carried out. Fine. Next comes the MDE, that is model driven engineering. What exactly the model driven engineering? The model driven engineering is an approach to the software development where the models rather than the programs are the principal outputs of the development process. Is someone please? Model driven engineering. Okay, so model driven engineering is that a single model. A simple and a single model is going to give the desired output. That is nothing but the model driven engineering. The programs that execute on a hardware or a software platform are generated automatically from the models. You are getting the point? The small programs, the modules which you people are going to execute on a hardware or a software, they are generating the desired results. Model driven engineering. Next, model driven architecture was the architecture for developing the small model, while you people are going for the entire things. That time you have to focus on the UML diagram, activity diagram, state diagram, flow diagram, and scenarios. Models at a different levels of abstraction are created. From high level platform independent model, it is a possible in principle to generate the working program without manual intervention. That is nothing but the one small model you people have developed that is fully automated, so no need to operate it manually. So this is the model driven architecture. Next, types of model. One is a computational independent model. These models are the important domain of abstraction used in the systems. Computational independent model. What exactly the name suggests? Computation. It have to go into compute it. Okay. When you people observe that counter, it is going to reach from 0 to 99, and then again it is going to reset from. Next, a platform independent model. What exactly the platform independent models? These models the operation of the system without reference to its implementation. Okay, you write a small program that is able to execute on the your Turbo C software, Ubuntu software, or other software also. Platform independent. Whatever the you people are writing the code, that is nothing but the addition of two number. You are able to execute on the Turbo C as well as in the Ubuntu also. Platform independent model. Next, platform specific model. These specific models require the specific platform. Okay, so for the executing the Android operating system, you require the Android hardware things. That time nothing but the you people are going for the platform specific model. So these just examples I am giving. So when it comes to the computational, platform independent, platform dependent, platform specific models, so while developing the any software engineering application, you have to think about these models. Okay, MDA transformation. Okay, so what is nothing but the in between a translator is there, and you people are writing the code with a specific language, with a specific platform, with the rules and regulations and some of the guidelines. So you people are transferring it to the using the translator to the n number of models, and these models are executing that code, and it is going to give the output. Once it is going to give the output, your model is ready. If it is not going to give the output, think on these things. So this is the EMDA transformation. Fine.
Yes.
Just a second. Observe on this. Okay, here the n number of translator they are used. Java to Enterprise Edition, J2EE, J2EE specific model, Java program. Okay, to understand this you should have the some of the basic programming knowledge. You people have heard the name called Java language.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. .NET. Yes, no.
No, sir.
Okay, so like a C program, you have a C# program. This is a C# or C# program. Okay, like a C program, Python program, Java is also one of the programming language. So these C program, C# program require the .NET translator. That is .NET translator is nothing but the a platform. To understand the platform, you have to understand that some of the specific hardware, some of the games are there. Okay, those games are going to operate on the specific hardware itself. Okay, For example, your PUBG required how much of GB RAM? Maybe 2 GB or 3 GB. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
To to play a PUBG game, what is the minimum GB of RAM required?
4 GB RAM.
4 GB RAM. So this is nothing but to understand this concept called platform. The platform is a 4 GB. Okay, there are so many programs are there. Okay, those are going to execute on the specific platform itself. Okay, to C sharp require the .NET platform, that is nothing but the .NET translator. Java is also required the .NET translator. So the multiple platform specific model are nothing but a simple platform is there, that is nothing but a .NET platform. In the .NET platform you can execute C program, C sharp program, COBOL program, Python program, virtual basic, that is VB program. So this is the a platform where you can write a code by yourself. Okay, to understand this in detail, right now you people are 30 students, and some of the interested in writing this small program in Java language, some are interested in C sharp language, some are interested in Python language. Okay, you are writing it by your loving language or interested language, and next you are executing it. For when it comes to the executing, you require a special software, that is nothing but the platform. And when it comes to the platform, the .NET translator will providing the platform for executing these all the program. Understood the concept? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Next comes the adoption of EMDA. Models are a good way of facilitating the discussion about the software design. Over the abstraction that are useful for discussion may not be the right abstraction for the implementation. For the most complex system, implementation is not the major problem. Requirement engineering, security and dependability, integration with the legacy system or testing are more significant. So when it comes to the software design, you people are executing in a model wise model, and when you combine these all the models, you people have to thinking that it is going to work or not. It may not be the right abstraction for the implementation. Sometimes it is executing, sometimes it is not executing. Next, for the most complex system, implementation is not the problem, but what is the problem? Testing. What is the problem? Security. What is the problem? Platform dependability. So how to solve this? So when it comes to the complex problem, you have to think about these aspects, and when you solve these aspects, you can abstract these all, and you have to go for the development of that application. Next comes the arguments for the platform dependence are only valid for the large long time system. For the software products and the information system, the savings from the use of the EMD are likely to be outweighed by the cost of its introduction and tooling. Okay, so when it comes to the complex problem, the two aspects are going to occur. One aspect is that whether you people are going with this, or where you have to not to choose this. Depend upon the complexity of the problem, you have to go for the MDA. Fine. Some of the key points of these chapters, you can go through it. Any doubt in today's session?
Yes.